Good morning, everyone. We are the Group 2 and we are going to discuss the methodology and research design. What is research methodology? Research methodology simply refers to the practical how of any given piece of research. It's about how a researcher systematically designs a study to ensure valid and reliable results that address the research aims and objectives. The methodology chapter should justify the design choices by showing that the chosen methods and techniques are the best fit for the research aims and objectives and will provide valid and reliable results. It is also the systematic process and techniques that every researchers use to conduct investigations and gather information in a structured and reliable manner. It also includes methods for collecting, analyzing, and interpreting data as well as overall framework for designing and conducting research studies. So, therefore, research methodology plays a crucial role in ensuring the validity and reliability of research findings. Research design. So, what is research design? Research design is the framework of research methods and techniques chosen by a researcher. The design of a research topic explains the type of research, which are the experimental research, survey, correlational, semi-experimental, and review, and also its subtype, experimental design, research problem, and descriptive case study. So, the research design is the blueprint and plan that outlines the structure and strategy of a research study. It defines the framework for collecting and analyzing the data to address a specific research question or problem. Research design encompasses key decisions such as the type of the study, data collection methods, data analysis techniques, and the overall timeline of the research. It serves as a roadmap to guide the research process and ensure that the study is conducted effectively and produces valid results.
Essential elements of research design. Accurate purpose statement. The purpose statement in research design is a clear and concise declaration of the study's objectives and goals. It defines the problem to be addressed and the outcomes expected from the research. A well-defined purpose statement guides the entire research process. Techniques to be implemented for collecting and analyzing research. These elements outlines the methods and tools to be used for gathering data. It includes techniques like surveys, interviews, observations, or experiments, as well as the approach for analyzing collected data, such as statistical analysis, content analysis, or qualitative coding. The method applied for analyzing collected data. This specifies the specific procedures and methodologies for analyzing the data obtained. It can involve quantitative methods like statistical tests or qualitative methods like thematic analysis, depending on the research natures. Types of research methodology. Research design must identify the overarching research methodology, which could be qualitative, quantitative, mixed methods, or actions research, depending on the research questions and goals. Probable objections for research. This element anticipates potential challenges, limitations, and ethical considerations that might arise during the research process. Identifying these objections help researchers plan for contingencies and maintain the study's integrity. Settings for the research study describes where the research will take place, whether it's in a laboratory, a field setting, an online platform, or a combination of these. The setting influences data collection methods and logistics. Timeline. A research timeline outlines the estimated schedule for each piece of the study, from literature review to data collection, analysis, and reporting. It helps in managing times effectively and meeting deadlines. Measurement of analysis. This pertains to how data will be measured and assessed. It includes the selection of appropriate scales, instruments, or criteria to evaluate the variables under investigation. This step ensures the reliability and validity of the study's findings. These elements collectively form the foundation of a well-structured research design, helping researchers plan, execute, and report their studies effectively and with integrity.
There are four key characteristics of research design: neutrality, validity, reliability, and generalization. In neutrality, when you set up your study, you may have to make assumptions about the data you expect to collect. The result projected in the research design should be free from bias and neutral, understands options about the final evaluated scores and conclusion from multiple individuals, and consider those who agree the derived results. In validity, there are multiple tools available. However, the only correct measuring tools are those which help a researcher in gauging results according to the objective of the research. The questionnaire developed from this design will be deemed valid. In reliability, when regularly conducted research, the researcher involved expects similar results every time. Your design should indicate how to form research questions to ensure the standards of results, and you'll only be able to reach the expected result if your design is reliable. Classification of research design: qualitative research design and quantitative research design. Qualitative research design determines relationships between collected data and observation based on mathematical calculation. And theories related to a naturally existing phenomenon can be proved or disproved using statistical methods. Researchers rely on qualitative research methods that conclude why a particular theory exists, along with what respondents have to say about it. Quantitative research design is for cases where statistical conclusions to collect actionable insight are essential. Numbers provide a better perspective to make critical business decisions. Quantitative research design methods are necessary for the growth of any organization. Insight drawn from hard numerical data and analysis prove to be highly effective when making decisions related to the future of the business. In generalization, the outcome of your design should apply to a population and not just a restricted sample. A generalized design implies that your survey can be conducted on any part of a population with similar accuracy. So the above factors affect the way respondents answer the questions, and so all the characteristics should be balanced in a good design.
Types of research design. There are five types of research design, which are descriptive research design, experimental research design, correlational research design, diagnostic research design, and explanatory research design. So first, we should tackle descriptive research design. So descriptive research design is a research is solely interested in describing the situation or case under the research study. It is a theory-based design method which is created by gathering, analyzing, and presenting collected data. This allows a researcher to provide insights into the why and how of research. Descriptive research design helps others better understand the need of research. If the problem statement is not clear, you can conduct exploratory research. So the second is experimental research design. Experimental research design establishes a relationship between the cause and effect of a situation. It is causal design where one observes the impact caused by the independent variable on the independent variable. For example, One monitors the influence of an independent variable, such as price, on an independent variable, such as customer satisfaction or brand loyalty. It is a highly practical research design method as it contributes to solving problem at hand. The independent variables are manipulated to monitor the change it has on dependent variable. It is often used in social sciences to observe human behavior by analyzing two groups. Researchers can have participants change their actions and study how the people around them react to gain a better understanding of social psychology. Number three, correlational research design. Correlational research design is a non-experimental research design technique that helps researchers establish a relationship between two closely connected variables. This type of research requires two different groups. There is no assumption while evaluating a relationship between two different variables, and statistical analysis techniques calculate the relationship between them. A, a correlation coefficient determines the correlation between two variables whose values ranges between -1 and +1. If the correlation coefficient is towards +1, it indicates a positive relationship between the variables, and -1 means a negative relationship between the two variables. Number four is diagnostic research design. So, diagnostic research decides that the researcher is looking to evaluate the underlying cause of a specific topic or phenomenon. This method helps one learn more about the factors that create troublesome situations. So, this design has three parts of the research, which which is inception of the issue, diagnosis of the issue, solution for the issue, and solution for the issue. Number five, explanatory, and number five and last, explanatory research design. Explanatory research design uses a researcher's ideas, thoughts on a subject to further explore their theories. The research explains unexplored aspects of a subject and details about how, what, and why of research questions.
So the four major types of quantitative research design. One of the list, descriptive design. The second, correlational design. The third, quasi-experimental design. And the last is the experimental. So let's study the descriptive design. This sort of design describes the present status of phenomenon or a variable and does not require any hypothesis for initiation. It is developed only after the data is collected. For instance, case study, naturalistic observation, survey. So let's move on to correlational design. This sort of research design utilizes the statistical analysis in order to determine whether two variables are related or not. For instance, just like case study and observational study. So let's move on to the third research design, the quasi-experimental design. This sort of design resembles a true experimental design, and it is utilized when a standard research design is not applicable. However, it is not based upon randomized sample groups. So the last business is research business design, the experimental design. This sort of design determines the cause and effect relationship among various variables in such a way that the independent variable is changed in order to observe its effect on dependent variable, like experimental where.
So what is quantitative research design? So from the root word quantity, it is more on numbers and calculations. So quantitative research design analyzes variable relationship in terms of numbers and statistical strategies to review findings. On the other hand, qualitative research, from the root word quality, it is more on words and meanings. So qualitative research is also known as exploratory research, since it is utilized to answer or to explore the answers to what and how, rather than just predicting the results of research. And it may share certain features with the research, such as, first, a central question that states the objectives or the problem. Second, it has a preset procedure or sequence in order to answer the research questions. And third, it reviews the generated data. And fourth, the collection and analysis of data are done in order to draw conclusions. So here are samples on how you should construct your research design. Example 1. The study used the descriptive research with a quantitative research design to determine the organizational, social, economic, and financial management performance of cooperatives in Negros Occidental. So here, your methodology is descriptive research and your research design is quantitative. Example 2, the study aimed to determine the extent of the Negros Occidental cooperatives' compliance to trainings and their compliance with other requirements. So here your research objectives is to determine the extent of the Negros Occidental cooperatives' compliance to trainings and their compliance with other requirements. So that's all for methodology and research design. We are the group 2 and thank you for listening.